we touched on this a little bit earlier, but you know, as high school journalists, we're typically drawn to controversial stories, and a lot of those stories are controversial because they involve some sort of minority group, and either movement or, you know, and just again, minorities, we're not only talking about racial minorities. I mean, for our purposes, a minority could be a group of students at school who does drugs, or if there's a story about mental illness, it could be students who suffer from that mental illness. So really, it's any type of person who is not just the norm. And when we're covering any of these stories, we try to be sensitive and to do so tastefully, but at the same time to really show all sides of the story, impact